So I was asked to sit with the sun and allow it to do its thing, to be barefoot or sitting on the grass, and to give an energy update. Okay, we'll go here. If everything seems a little topsy-turvy the last couple of days, when you're in your intuitive channel, when you're in your powwow, when you've opened your Akashic records, the messages are very sparse, or they're very consistent. Rest, receive, believe, trust, surrender. It's like, okay, well, what more? I can feel the changes are happening, and I can feel this energy that's coming in, but what do I do with it? And you're just being asked to surrender, to do nothing, to just trust, to know that everything is playing out around you, and that you're in this space. April is a month of elevation. So we expanded, we went through our shadow walk, we ignited our sacred flame. We've gone through the integration, we're going through the deep transformation, we're stepping out of our cocoon of metamorphosis. We have done the work, and now we're in this place where it's like layers. This week we were given this massive galactical activation, and I work a lot with the galactical teams, but it's never to be shared. It's always, I only share what I'm being told or allowed to share. And the changes that occurred in January that are leading up to this moment, to this now moment, it's like now, it's kind of like the gloves are off. The remembrance is ready. The caves of wisdom are open. The key holders are activated. Doors are opening. The corridor of creation, every single door is opened. And within our pillar, within the spiral pillar, the cosmic celestial pillar, every halo now has the leader that's been set forth to lead that halo. And when I'm trying to put this in human form. So if your world has been turned upside down, everything seems a little topsy-turvy, your daily routines are not in sync. When you're in trust and surrender, there's really no planning. You just show up. You show up today, you ask, how can I be of service to the Divine Father, Mother, God? Where is my pillar needed today? Where is my service needed today? What can I do to best serve and surrender? And then you do it. And for years, it's been wake up, drink your water, you flow right outside to barefoot on the grass, you greet the sunrise, you get all the gamma rays, and then your next steps, for me anyways, my next steps go into my spinal drain, where I step in through my powwow into meditation. I spend time there, really sitting within this powwow with the Divine Father, Mother, God, but there's others. Sometimes it's the Galactical Federation. Sometimes it's very specific races that come forward. Sometimes it's the Mother Mary and Jesus who kind of take control over that powwow. Other times it's planetary work, or it's cosmic work that's coming through. Other times it's just mystery schools that we're taken through. Remembrance, record keepers, expansion of the Akashic records, whatever it is, there's so many variables and possibilities of everything that's been coming through. And then after that, every step of the day is really flowed through in surrender, whether I'm guided to all of my rainbow repeats, my sips. I always have a designated time every single day where I open the forgiveness frequency and add additional energy to that, and work through our jam sessions and dig in our trash can for truth. Whatever needs to be brought through to be healed is shown up there. And then there's, moments of I'll be sent to reset and to rest and to take a nap. And it could be 9 a.m. after the morning sunrise. It could be noon. There's just, my body will tell me when to rest and that you rest. So there really is hard to plan anything. But the last couple of days have been completely topsy-turvy. And when I asked about it, I was told that you have done such a great job visualizing and manifesting for this new earth frequency. Now that you are here and you've anchored it in, not everything is going to be needed the same way it was. You're no longer needed to clear, cleanse, purge, purify, transmute. And I was asked to stop doing that when we opened our pillar. And then with the pillar, it would be this grand, every step needed to be taken precisely, and then the pillar would expand. And then as we've been doing it for a few months, then we are in this very quick activation of the pillar, and then we're just on our way. And so everything is changing. And so when I asked about it, it's just like, this is the new frequency. And what brought you joy to get you here may not be what you need to sustain this frequency going forward. And this is where you have to release. Even though you worked so hard to create the daily habits, you have to release it. You have to let it go for you to expand enough to see what even better is waiting for you. And when we lit our candle first of the day versus before going outside to sunrise, or when we missed sunrise and slept through it, it was just like, what's going on? Well, when you think about it and you allow yourself to let go of those daily practices that have sustained you over the course of this last couple of years and even months, when you let that go, you allow yourself to bring in new. And this is what's happening with us, where it's not an outside expansion, it's an inner expansion. And the reason you're not getting a ton of to-dos or activations or things to put out there in the world, messages to follow or actions to take, is because you're in this space where you have to make room for the new to come in. And to do that, that is giving you the space of let it all go and then see what sticks. You may come back to the barefoot sunrises, but on the new earth frequency, the gamma rays are always flowing in. The energy is always there for you when you need it. Coming through. Be open, trust, surrender, and just allow it to come in and enjoy it and do what brings you joy. Not what you think you should do, not what you're waiting to do. Just do what brings you joy, and that will lead you on to the next thing. And then there's these moments of massive elevation, and when you get to this elevated space, then you receive an action, and then when you do the action, you receive a remembrance. And so that's where like the floodgates are now open. The truth is available. Key holders have unlocked those doors, and there are so many key holders that have been cocooned in protection that are now stepping forward. And these sacred activations, the sacred work that's being done by those who have been selected to do that, you're now able to start sharing it. And that part of it's kind of blown my mind. When activations come through, I will receive this complete hug and this cognizance and all this knowing drops in. Some people call them downloads. For me, it's just a remembrance, and it's so profound and so powerful. And then I'll be taken through an activation. And some of those activations that I'm saying, okay, well, now you need to turn around and share it. And I am like floating in the ethers, dancing through the cosmos. And I'm like, how do I share this? And then once I sit in to do it, it just flows out. So on the Forgiveness Frequency YouTube channel, there is a galactic portal cosmic hug, which is upgrades to DNA. It takes you through a visualization. It gives you codes and keys and words to bring you, elevate you into this now moment, into this higher timeline, into this new earth frequency. And once I receive the activation, I go through it myself and I'm dancing through the cosmos. Then I bring it into human form, ground it into the earth through our pillar. And once the pillar is activated fully and that information is in, then I can sit and put that information out there into the world and give them a little piece of what is coming through in a way that our current light bodies can absorb. And then once it's done, it's released. And then something new will come in and I'll be taken and guided other places to go and to help and to service and to harmonize and to transmute. But if you haven't done the cosmic celestial pillar activation, go and do that and really feel into it. It's expanded even since it was done a few weeks ago, but that is the basic, and it's such a high frequency. You have to do it in the way that it was gifted, and then yours will expand. It's a muscle memory. The more you do it, the more often you do it, the stronger your connection will be to it. Whew. And then this galactical portal activation, wow, like you're given what you didn't even know you needed, and then you get to really expand on that. That one, it came out of the blue, and it's been showing up now though in the collective of this galactical remembrance. Lemurian remembrances are coming through. All of those key holders have opened all the doors of course of creation, the spiral of creation through that spiral, that cosmic celestial pillar is completely open and available for the collective now. Let me just tap in and see. Okay. So in January, when we were gifted the remembrance of the cosmic celestial pillar and asked to create it every single day, and it was built from the ground up. It was built color by color, and there's 18 colors going up, the same 18 colors going down. So there's 36 colors that spiral when you create it. Once a spiral is completely connected to the core, cosmic core, which is the cosmic core. So the earth moves up into your heart, and you are the universe. You are the core of the earth. When the earth moves up into your heart and you have your 6-pointed star built, then you radiate out all of that spiral, and energy pulsates out. And once you're fully connected to the core, cosmic core, and then you go up and you're spiraling all the way up to the cosmic heart, when that full connection happens, there's this pillar, and every spiral of color turns into a halo. And within each halo is a race and a leader. There's pillars that are elements or elementals. There's halos that the animal kingdom. There is the sentients, the whales. And then there's every race that's in there too. And once these pillars are activated, what we've been working towards and soul mirroring in and opening the gates for is the leaders for each of the halos. And now that we have all leaders here, each halo is becoming active, and you will be, because the grid is finished, and the grid was finished in the winter solstice of 2024. Once we went through that 40 days of purging and we did all that, there was a full completion of the grid. And so once the grid was finished, that's why the heart moved into the earth's core moved into the heart. And with that expansion over the last few months, and all of the colors and all of the pillars, or all of the halos coming online, now that the grid work is done, everyone's moving into their designated halo. And for some of you, you may have multiple halos that you will be called to do work within based on your soul blueprint. And then For some of you, you may just have one designated one because of your leadership level within that one. And it doesn't matter how many you have or how many you go to, but you will be only allowed into those halos based on your soul's blueprint. But every halo is doing the same thing. And once the halos are activated, we pulse out together. It expands and contracts all of the halos down into your heart, into the core of Gaia, and then we pulsate out. And every time the pulse goes out to the edges of the cosmos, to the cosmic heart, to the cosmic core, you're in this sphere of rainbow diamond light. Once that pulsation goes out and comes back, every time it comes back, it's redefined, it's different. And within it is the remembrance. And so the remembrances of your past lives, your soul blueprint back from the beginning of Stardust creation, all of that remembrance may hit you. So waves throughout the day, you may receive your entire Lemurian or Atlantis remembrance. You may receive your remembrance of your star seed system, of your family, of your soul family. You may receive remembrance of things that you just didn't ever even knew. You will receive remembrance of who you were in who you are in different dimensions and the roles that you play and the wisdom that you have. All of that, every pulsation. So the more pillars that are lit, the stronger, just like grid work, when we each have our own node that we're all working to connect. We've done that. Now we are fully, our heart is wide open, and we're able to use that inner halo, outer halo, and pillars of cosmic celestial pillar to pulsate out to receive more information. And the bigger and stronger the pillar gets as a collective, that means every one of you individually are igniting and activating your cosmic celestial pillar. This is an expansion of the forgiveness frequency. This is igniting your own forgiveness frequency, sitting within your center, allowing that energy to flow all the way through you and building your own frequency. Because when you are in your center of the core, with your 6-pointed star and the honeycomb that surrounds it, and you're pulsating out this light, and it's being combined and weaved and threaded through the mother's core halo and the father's core halo on the outside, and then all the 18 colors above, the 36 colors as above, so below. The more of you that are building this and sitting within that center and expanding your own forgiveness frequency within your center, we are bringing these halos online, and we are bringing in more remembrances coming in. And that's why we're being inundated and flooded with solar energy, solar winds. The Schumann resonance is shooting up complete full spikes that are hitting every single chakra. The morphogenetic fields are expanding. We are having access, so all the stargates are open. We're having access to the multi-dimensional dimensions of who we currently are within those dimensions. And then the new earth frequency. It's just so powerful. It's so massive. I just want you to know that you're not alone, and there's codes, keys, and colors within this message and frequency sitting within it. Take what resonates and flow through the rest. You may hear something today that doesn't resonate, and you'll be like, it'll blow up in that wave, that boomerang of energy coming back to you in remembrance. And just allow yourself to receive. And then make sure that you're drinking a lot of water. You're spending time laying flat on Gaia, barefoot walking, spending time with your animals, resting when you need to. And we're going to get through this together. We are elevating, we are levitating. And with this elevation, we have to make room for integration in the frequency, but also the expansion that's happening. And as we move through April, we will step into then illuminating the light from within. Thank you so much for being here and listening to this energy update. I will see you on the other side of this rainbow.